Did you know the biggest racist grifter is accusing other people of being racist because, okay, she complained about not getting tenure for literally doing nothing, and then she got a 5-year probationary period, which would act like tenure, and then UNC, who was allowing her to spew her propaganda at a government-subsidized level, bowed to pressure, offered her tenure. And then she's like, no, you guys are racists. Why would I want to teach at your school? It's like, fucking what is going on? This is why you never appease these assholes. Because it's never enough for them. Yeah, hey, can you prove your merit before we just fucking give you tenure over here? No, that's the racism. And it's like, well, okay, there's no appeasing you. Get the fuck out then. That's what you should have done. We called this when it happened. I was like, listen, they're just going to fucking walk this back very quickly. But I didn't see the heel turn at the end. But yeah, no, it actually makes a whole lot of sense because it'll work perfectly for her grift. Oh, look at, I was denied tenure from UNC. And then I am a person of morals and dignity. And I didn't want to take their pity tenure application. So you know what? All you can do is support me here at PayPal and Venmo. And she would have an OnlyFans, but come on now, at least she has a little bit of decency. Dozens of angry staff members from the University of North Carolina, who gives a fuck, signed a online statement Tuesday following Nikole Hannah-Jones' announcement she would be rejecting an offer of tenure, slamming its humiliating and racist treatment of the award-winning journalist. Yeah. She's the, if you guys forget, she's the author of the 1619 project that is based in literally nothing. She made it all up. It's all a work of fiction. And yeah, idiot racist fucking award winners, or sorry, award bodies decided that, yeah, she should definitely give her win our Pulitzer Prize for this work of fiction. Go fuck off. A group of 41 educators at UNC's Hussman School of Journalism and Media. That should give you an insight as to how dead the journalism industry is. Thank God it's being picked up by independent creators out there. But yeah, the institutions, they're all fucked like this. I'm not being hyperbolic on this. This is literally the people who are out there. Not surprised by Nikole Hannah-Jones' decision. While disappointed, we are not surprised. The letter read. Quite read, if you ask me. We support Miss Hannah-Jones' choice. The appalling treatment of one of our nation's most decorated journalists by our own alma mater was humiliating, inappropriate, and unjust. Have you read her work, and that's what you're basing your criteria on? Okay. The pointed statement continued, we'll be frank, it was racist. Of course it was. Of course it was. It wasn't a merit-based system or anything. Or maybe it was, and then by their logic, that's racist anyways, because they're all stupid. But they're teaching the youth of today to crank out the activists of tomorrow. The statement accused the university's top leadership of creating a crisis over honest accounting of America's history. It's not. It's literally not. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. The shit that she's pushing. Not, like actual history, but whatever. She's not going to be teaching there, so I guess that's the fucking winner out of this one. But there are 41 other dickheads who are down there pushing the same fucking rhetoric, so where's the victory? Where's the victory? They created a martyr, and some of the idiots that poke their head out. Great, great. We reject that the top echelons of leadership at the UNC-Chapel Hill failed to follow established processes, did not conduct themselves professionally and transparently. Okay, listen, bitch, you cannot have objective standards intermingled with your subjective criticism of this, okay? They didn't follow standards. Okay, well, what, did she fail those standards? And it's like, well, they didn't conduct themselves professionally and transparently. But I guess when you're one of these fucking neo-Marxist, postmodernists, you can go ahead and just fucking grab terms out of the ether because they mean whatever you need them to mean. And created a crisis that shamed our institution. No, you guys are currently working on that. It wasn't them who did it, but okay. All because Miss Hannah-Jones' honest accounting of America's racial history. Cool, bro. You guys are journalists, right? You guys teach journalism. You should probably, kind of minor in some history as well. You might be able to get to the bottom of this. Who knows? That entire fucking propaganda piece could, in fact, end up being well written, and maybe there might be some merit in her teaching an English class or something like that. But at the same time, that's probably racist because it's based on the language that was founded by white men. But, hey, whatever. The signatories also offered their unconditional support for those like Hannah-Jones who have chosen to stay away or leave rather than serve an institution that repeatedly devalues, disregards, and degrades their perspectives, experiences, and contributions. Again, just showing the weakness of these people. If this institution, one of the most recognizable universities in the countries are devaluing, disregarding, degrading people of color. Aren't you guys the real racists for not standing up to this stuff and putting your money where your mouth is and fucking leaving the place that is so deeply racist? Like, I don't know. Or is this just all a grift and you guys are just trying to get famous off the back of this? Sucks to suck, I guess. But speaking of which, people who are also preaching about tolerance and diversity and standing up for people out there and marginalized voices, Rachel Nichols is one of the biggest hypocrites out there. And yeah, she's a very different person when the camera goes off, and she really doesn't understand ESPN's hiring policies and how she has also benefited from this. And yeah, you love to see it. You really do. ESPN pulls Rachel Nichols off NBA Finals sidelines after bombshell video. Well, Don, which bombshell video is that? No, not the one you'd want to see from Rachel Nichols probably like 20 years ago. She's old and finished. ESPN has removed Rachel Nichols from the sidelines for NBA Finals, the network announced on Tuesday. Why? Because of her inability to properly describe the pick and roll maneuver or break down Giannis Antetokounmpo's post play? No, because she made the racism. The move was made in the wake of New York Times report about demeaning comments that Nichols made around a year ago about network host Maria Taylor during a private conversation. Oh my God. Nichols didn't realize that the video was being recorded. The video was disseminated by an ESPN employee. Because you can never be woke enough, and these people love to backstab each other as soon as you can. In her place, the network will have a black woman on the sidelines for the finals, because of course. ESPN said Nichols will continue to host The Jump off a bridge, but then canceled the program for Tuesday. Funny. I'd have more sympathy if she wasn't such a huge LeBron simp and just has no fucking value whatsoever. This was a little bit before my time, but all of these women sideline reporters, they don't offer anything. Susie Colbert for the NFL, yeah, like, why the fuck is she there? Because of her knowledge and her breakdown of a 3-4 defense? I don't fucking think so. She's there because she ticks a box. And Rachel Nichols is the exact same thing. But to be fair, she probably knows the roster of some of these teams a hell of a lot better because she spends a lot of time in the locker room before the game. We believe this is the best decision for all concerned in order to keep the focus on the NBA Finals. You guys are making it an issue, okay? Like 6 people heard about this story before you decided to go fucking nuclear on it, so who really gives a shit? I guess the NBA Finals start tonight, and by default, I'd go for the Suns because I'm kind of a Chris Paul guy. I couldn't name you anybody else who's on the Suns right now because Barkley retired a long time ago, and Steve Nash coaches the Brooklyn Nets, so it's been a minute. Devin Booker's there, but the Kardashian curse hasn't sunk in on him yet, so they might have a chance. This will be their only opportunity. But again, nobody's really watching anyway, so I'm not alone on this opinion. The taped conversation from last July, Nichols said that ESPN might have her relinquish her contractually agreed upon NBA Finals hosting job to Taylor because the network was feeling pressure to be more diverse. July of 2020. Sounds about right, doesn't it? I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball, Nichols said in the Disney hotel room. Sexy. Unaware her camera was being recorded back at ESPN's Bristol headquarters. Oof. If you need to give her more things to do because you are feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity. See, she's even trying to be woke in this conversation, but at the same time, it starts to affect her bottom line. So, here out come the knives. Which, by the way, I know personally from the female side of it, of course, as a female, like, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. Not in my backyard. Not in my backyard, of course. We're not going to find it from me or taking my thing away. And she wants to be an ally as long as it doesn't affect her. She added, I just want them to go somewhere else. She doesn't understand. She doesn't get it. It's in my contract, by the way. This job is in my contract in writing. Nichols expressed remorse in the Times article that published on Sunday and then opened the jump with another apology Monday. I'm sure it went well. So the first thing they teach you in journalism school is don't be the story. And I don't plan to break that rule today or distract from the fantastic finals, Nichols said on the ESPN program. Cool, good for her. People still watching those things. But I also don't want to let this moment pass without saying how much I respect, value, and want to reaffirm her existence as a strong, independent black woman. Yeah, we get it. Okay. She's ragging on the fact that Taylor, who, yeah, if you follow the story down a little bit further, story came out with Taylor's contract due to expire during the finals last week. The Post reported Taylor, who makes $1 million per year. Why? Because they have Disney money. Has asked for a big increase and desires to be paid as Stephen A. Smith $8 million per year. I've never heard of this bitch before. Why does she need $8 million? Stephen A. Smith is a complete and utter bum, and his takes are so pedestrian they should install a crosswalk over his tongue. But yeah, he normally says something stupid like, well, as a black man, and then out comes the racism. But he can grab headlines. Maria Taylor, I don't know who you are. Like, I can't even make jokes. Like, you're attractive, fine, but outside of that, you're just another one of these diversity hires that checks a fucking box. Like, he could be a WNBA star. You could be the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, but I don't know who the fuck you are. But then it's awfully rich for Rachel Nichols, who at the same time should be like, well, I understand diversity, but as a woman, like, it's in my contract, so I don't have to step aside or anything like that. Listen, bitch, the only reason you're there is for the same reasons you're ragging Maria Taylor, okay? You were hired because you got tits. And you used to be attractive back in the day. Now you have this whole legacy thing around you and people know the name Rachel Nichols. Why? Not because you're any good. It's just because you're a woman on the sidelines who holds up a microphone really tall and tries to work LeBron James into every fucking conversation you ever have. Because you're talentless and because, guess what? That wall is coming and there's only so much fucking bottle bronzer and so much foundation that they can cake on that face that'll allow you to maintain your presence on television. Your time's coming up, and a little outburst like this ain't gonna be doing you any favors. I don't know, hopefully you spend the off-season working on your radio voice, because that's where they're going to be sticking you coming in the next couple of years, because ESPN, oh yeah, they ain't going to be turning this around anytime soon. They are becoming woke as fuck, and there is no indication that they are going to be loosening up that grip anytime soon, and especially if you cover the NBA. My opinion, if you want to stay relevant in the league, put on about 30 pounds and just get something a little bit tighter, and you'll be able to work those sidelines a little bit longer. You know what they like. Anyways, guys, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.